So my name is Julia and I'm so excited to welcome you to today's class. Today we're going to be focusing on a really soft and gentle yoga class. It's going to be a lot of opening, a lot of stretching, really connecting with the breath. Because for example, while I'm filming this, it's Sunday evening and sometimes the weekend or the week or your day has just been a little bit hectic. And maybe you're not ready to go straight into a full-on 30-minute power flow, but it's still really important to just take some time for yourself and to just come back into your body, back into the present, connect with the breath, and just to help yourself feel good. So let's get into that space. So just start in a nice comfortable seat. Also, I'm going to say, if you want to, I love to have some incense or like a candle, especially with these soft flows. It's good to just make your environment really welcoming for you so you feel extra special after. So you can pause the video and then come back and we'll all start in a nice cross-legged position. And then roll your shoulders down the back. Just do this a few times just to really open up a little bit. Already just checking in and seeing how your breath feels. And then switch the direction, so rolling them forward. Feeling the heat already build up there. And then slowly coming through center. Close your eyes for a moment here. Just have your hands rested on your thighs. And before we start moving, just have a nice moment to check in internally. How's your mood today? How does your body feel? Is it twitching and wanting to move? Is it really calm? Is there anywhere that you're holding tension in the body? Don't worry about it, just notice it. And make an intention that throughout this class we'll release some of that tension there, allowing the body to relax. For these next moments, you don't need to worry about anything. So just let yourself let go. Start deepening your breath with some nice inhales through the nose. And you can exhale, sigh out the mouth. 2 more times, inhaling through the nose, filling up the body. And exhale, sigh out the mouth. Last one, you've got this. Inhaling through the nose, filling up the torso with energy, with prana. And exhale, sigh out the mouth. Amazing. And maybe take this moment of stillness before we start moving to set an intention for the class, maybe for the day ahead or the up and coming week. Take a moment to breathe that in now. And then slowly start fluttering the eyes open. Hello. So, staying as you are, seated, just bring the arms out to either side. We're going to take eagle arms. So bringing the right arm under first, bending at the elbows, and then either staying here, or if you can, also wrapping the wrists round so you've also got the hand grab. You can close your eyes here, and all we're going to do is we're going to inhale, lift those hands up towards the ceiling and feel that nice stretch along the shoulders. Try to get those elbows up to the ceiling as much as possible. And then exhale, bring the elbows in towards the chest. We'll do this a few more times. So inhale, lift those fingers, reaching up to the sky, stretching out the shoulders, and exhaling, coming back down. Inhale to lift. And exhale to come down. Inhale to lift. And exhale to come down. Last one, inhale to lift. And exhale down. And then release, arms coming out to side. Let's take it on the other side now. So left arm comes under right, grabbing, twisting round either once or twice, closing the eyes off if that felt good before. And we begin, inhaling, lifting, Exhaling, coming down. Inhaling, lifting. And exhale, arms into the body. 3 more, inhale. And exhale. 2 more. And exhale. Last one. And exhale down. Release arms over to your sides, opening the eyes. And let's take our right hand down by our side, bringing the left arm up and over the ear, taking a nice side stretch here. So as you breathe deeply, just lengthen those fingertips away from the body. See if you can also energetically push your left hip down, really lengthening as much as we can through this side. You can also bend the right elbow to allow yourself to come deeper, and maybe you want to straighten it, bring it into movement. Whatever feels good for you, you can close the eyes. Just make sure your shoulder blade is down the back and the chest is open. And just start moving a little bit gently. Seeing if there's any tightness, maybe you want to hold there and breathe. Or just keep flowing. We'll hold here for a few more moments. And exhale. And then slowly inhale, arms coming up by the ears, coming through center. And we take it to the other side. So the left hand down, right arm up and over. And then you can start bringing some movement in, closing off the eyes. Sometimes in these soft, easy practices, it's quite nice to close the eyes because immediately you start checking in. It allows you to feel deeper what's going on, how you feel, how does the breath feel. Just moving slowly here, really breathing into that right side body. Exhale and inhale, coming up through center, and then bringing both hands down in front of you and simply walk those hands out in front. Dropping your chin in towards the chest, you can come up onto your fingertips and feel that nice long stretch along the sides, feeling the stretch in the armpits, in the sides of the body. Try and see if you can push your hips further closer towards the mat. Really lengthening that lower back, which can get so tight over days of sitting. And then slowly walking those hands in towards the body. And then let's open out the legs. So just softly bringing the legs out to either side. Depending on what kind of day you've had, this might be quite tight, so don't worry, you can also bend at the knees a little bit here. And you can help by pushing the fleshy bits from your butt out, so you can help to get your spine as long as possible. And then inhaling those arms up by the ears. And we're going to drop our right hand on the inside of the right leg and do exactly what we did with cross-legged but with wide legs. So just getting that nice side stretch here. And then we can bring some movement in here. As you exhale, bringing that left hand close towards the mat. Don't worry if it doesn't touch the floor. And then inhaling, arm comes up by the ear. Exhale. And inhale. And exhale, feeling that great stretch along the left lower side of your lower back. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. And then inhale, both arms coming up, overhead again. And let's go to the other side. So left hand down, right arm up and over. Feeling that nice stretch along the lower back, getting even deeper into this side stretch. And then we can take into the movement if you like. So right arm comes down, back up by the ears. You can close the eyes as well if you'd like to in this moment. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Keep moving here. Breathing deeply into the right side body. Feeling that nice stretch in the lower back. And exhale. And inhale, coming back up. Both arms by your ears. and we come forward just as before. So we walk our hands out, and then maybe you're up here today on your fingertips, just working on bringing that long straight spine forward. Or maybe you want to try and walk the hands out. You could get your forearms down and work towards getting the head down. But our hips can get quite tight, so normally we need to hold some poses, breathe deeply, and in time the flexibility comes. So let's do that together, just closing the eyes off wherever you are, and just relaxing into this stretch. Allow your chin to drop to the chest, energetically pulling the crown of your head forward, allowing your spine to lengthen. And with each exhale, maybe seeing if you can come down a little lower. One more deep breath here, enjoying this deep stretch in the inside of your hips. And then slowly lifting the head up if it was down, walking your hands in towards the body. And we're going to bring our legs together, planting the feet onto the mat, and then just slowly rock your way down so your back is coming onto the mat. Let's hug our knees in towards our chest, because it's always so nice to do when you come down. And just take a nice rock from side to side, enjoying that nice stretch along, or massage along your lower back. And then slowly placing your feet down onto the mat. We're going to stretch out the front body now and just take a really gentle bridge pose. This isn't for building glute muscles, it's really just to stretch out the body. So bring your hands down. Typically we'd like the top of our fingers to touch the back of our ankles, and then just slowly lift the hips up. So no pressure to get as high as possible here. It's really all just about pushing through the feet, pushing the hips up slightly, and allowing your eyes to close as you enjoy this nice stretch. I always like in bridge pose that if I'm working on my breathing, you can actually see your stomach as it rises and falls. And it allows you to really want to breathe deeper so you can get that maximum breath work in your belly. And then slowly bringing the hips down. We're going to hug the knees back in, rocking from side to side just to reset. And then slowly let your left leg come straight onto the mat, bringing the hands around either the back of the thigh or the front of the shin, and just pull that right knee closer in towards the body, energetically moving it closer to your right shoulder, getting a nice little hip compression here. And then slowly bringing that right knee over the body, so it's going to drop to the opposite side, and then bring your right arm out to the side, either straight or bringing it into a T shape, closing off the eyes. And again, don't worry about this being the ultimate spinal stretch here. It should really just be about getting a nice deep breath into this pose to help detoxify the body, giving some love to your spine. Making sure your right shoulder is still staying on the mat. Slowly coming back through center, hugging both knees in, and taking it to the other side. So the right leg goes out straight, left knee comes in towards the body, and then just take a moment to see if you can bring that left knee closer towards the shoulder. Nice little compression here. And then slowly bringing that left knee over the body, and then bringing your left arm out to the side into a T or straight. Making sure that left shoulder blade stays on the mat. And then breathe deeply. And exhale, feeling that belly button come just closer towards the spine. Inhale, feeling it expand. And exhale. One more breath here. And exhale. Slowly coming back to center, hugging both knees in towards the chest, and maybe you want to lift your head up. So you're giving yourself a nice hug in this tight ball. And then slowly rock and roll your way up to seated. Or if you'd like a challenge, you can also rock your way up, cross yourself at the ankles, and let's find our way into a tabletop position. So everyone making their way to tabletop, and then just making sure, as always, shoulders are over the wrists, hips are over the knees. Spread those fingers out nice and wide so you have a really good solid base. And let's take some cat-cows here. So as you inhale, drop your belly, open your chest, gaze up, get a nice stretch even in the throat. And exhale, pushing that mat away, really coming into this Halloween cat, pushing through all 10 fingers, tucking that chin into the chest, feeling a stretch along the back body. Inhale, dropping that belly, opening the chest, gazing up. And exhale, pushing the mat away. Inhale, dropping the belly. And exhale, coming into cat. Slowly coming back to a neutral tabletop position. Let's walk our hands out, coming into puppy pose. So the lower body stays the same. You simply just drop your forehead down onto the mat. You can move your hands as wide as the mat and feel that nice stretch in your shoulders. Breathe deeply here. And if you'd like to, either stay here, or you can bring the right arm under, looping it under the left arm, dropping the right ear down, keeping that left arm out in front, and we've got a nice twisted puppy pose. We're really sending a lot of love to the shoulders. After a long week of maybe hunching over a computer, it's so important to stretch them out. And then if you had that loop, swap sides, left arm coming under, left ear, right arm out in front. Breathe deeply here. Inhale. And exhale. Slowly coming back to a center, into your nice neutral tabletop. Tuck your toes under and then push your hips up into the air, coming into our first downward dog. Now let your head just hang heavy so you can shake your head yes and no, making sure there's no tension there. Bend your knees as generously as you like, really stretch out that spine. And to get a nice stretch in the back of the legs, you can try dropping one heel at a time, maybe holding there, sending some love, some deep breaths in the back of your leg, and swapping sides. Slow and smooth stretches. And then bending both knees and allowing yourself to walk those feet to meet the hands in the middle of the mat. Making sure your feet are hip width distance apart, bending at the knees, dropping the head, and coming into Ragdoll, one of my favourite stretches. So crossing each hand over each arm, allowing your head to really drop here, so we're totally giving into this. Your torso is just hanging on top of the thighs, feeling that beautiful stretch along the back. Finally allowing your head to just hang. Our heads are super heavy, so our body has a lot of work to keep everything up, so get this time to let everything decompress. And then slowly allow your hands to fall down, tuck your chin in towards your chest, and roll yourself up to standing. Hello. So we're going to come into a nice wide-legged position here. The toes are pointing outwards, the heels are inwards, and we're just going to sit back here. So getting a nice stretch already in the thighs, you can move side to side, really open up the hips. And then sink your hips low, hands on the inside of the thighs, and we'll drop our left shoulder down, gazing over our right shoulder, getting a nice spinal twist in here, coming through center, bringing the right shoulder down. And again, left shoulder down, gazing up, through center, and right shoulder down. Coming back to center. Now coming back up into standing, bring your feet parallel. We're going to bring our hands onto our hips, rolling the shoulders down the back, and then just slowly coming forward into a nice wide-legged forward fold. Now if this is quite hard for you, the wider you bring your feet out, the easier it is for you to be able to get your hands down. If your hands are already down, see if you'd like to bend the elbows so that the elbows are pointing towards the back of the mat, and allow your head to drop again. If you feel quite good with balance here, you can also bring the weight towards the top of your feet, so the toes, and it helps to get a deeper stretch in your hamstrings. And maybe you want to walk those fingers out behind your legs, and it helps to get a deeper stretch as well by allowing the crown of your head to come closer towards the mat. One more breath here. And then slowly bringing the fingertips onto the mat, bend at the knees, bring your toes to point out again, and we're going to sit our hips back into Malasana. So bringing the feet together, toes pointing out, heels inwards, and having the elbows inside of your thighs. Bringing the hands together at heart center allows us to really push the knees open even more, and this is such a beautiful stretch. Try and even watch TV in this, and it's so good for your hips. So just hold here, close off the eyes for a moment, and see if you can really think about there being a weight on your butt and helium in your heart, and that helps to really allow your hips to drop down and your spine to grow tall. Inhale. And exhale, you can sigh out the mouth. Inhale here. And exhale. Bring the hands down onto the mat. You can then bring them just behind you, allowing yourself to sit down. Bringing the soles of the feet together, and we'll take our last stretch together here as butterfly pose. So letting the feet fall open so you can see the insides, allowing your shoulders to drop down the back, and then just slowly coming over the legs into your nice butterfly pose. Allowing your head to drop and really surrender into this pose. Let your body become heavy as you fall up and over the legs. Allow deep breaths to invite even more relaxation here. And allowing yourself to really tune in, coming back to your intention. Breathing deeply, feeling that nice deep breath going into your lower back, into your hips. Allowing the head to drop. And one deep breath together. And sigh out the mouth. Great work. Tuck that chin in towards the chest. You can walk your hands up. So you're coming back to seated. Find yourself back in a nice cross-legged position. Hands onto your thighs. Roll the shoulders down the back one last time. And then bringing the hands together at heart center. And thanking yourself for showing up on the mat. Hopefully you feel heaps better and you're ready for whatever you have coming in the next day or next week. And I'll see you next time.